Hey, what's up? Alan here from Damn Good Reviews. Thanks so much for tuning back in. Today I'm going to take a look at the Circle Home Plus device. Check it out right here. You may have seen the unboxing video, and you may have seen my old video that featured the original Circle device. And pretty much, if you're not familiar with it, this is a filtering device that you can hook to your internet through your router, and it connects direct to it, and that way, as a parent or someone that just wants to control anyone on your network, you can do that with this device and a mobile app installed on either your iOS or Android device. The original one, I absolutely loved it. My kids hate it, but I love the device because I can do so much with it. Now, the new version, which is this one, the Home Plus, is even better. Not only do I find that it's actually a little bit faster with the filtering and with just overall internet speeds, I can also set this up with a monthly payment. Of course, I believe you get the first year free, but after that, you're going to pay to control mobile devices that go away from your network. So maybe let's first say example, my son who has a mobile device, when he's on the network, I can control it anywhere that he's doing something. I can see a lot of things. But originally, if he left that network and say was out and about, I could no longer control or manage his device. But now with the Home Plus, I can install the software. It goes through their specific VPN that sits on his phone, which I've told him do not touch because I will find out. But with that, once he leaves our network, I can still manage and control his device, which is great for me, not so great for them. But if you're looking to do something like this, I highly recommend checking this out. It is so worth it. So I want to also show you kind of what the app looks like.
So setting up is really straightforward and simple to do. You can scan the QR code on the back of the device and then you can just easily set it up with the parental account. But once it all set up, like here I set up different profiles for everybody in the house. And a lot of things when you first get going, if you don't have these profiles, it will assign everything to like a default or like a home. And you can see all the devices here that everything starts coming up, right? There's a lot of devices and some of them are not assigned to anything. So you can say, hey, let's assign that to, just the default if you want to do that. Or if you have something else where a new device joins the network, you can automatically assign it. I don't want to do that. When a new device joins, I want to look at it and see what it is, and then I can assign it accordingly. Now, if you go here, you can easily add a profile. I can show you that real quick. So let's just call the profile DGR. You can add a photo if you want to do that. And then as you're going through here, it gives you all these options. So there's some presets up top like kid, teen, adult, none. You can skip to do it later. So if I were to do, let's just do teen, right? It gives you some information here about what's allowed and on manage, what it all means, things like that. You can add custom filters. So great little tips as you're going if you need some help. So these are the presets, but you can go ahead and you can turn it on and off if you want to do that. And you can kind of do some other things here. It tells you the different search engines it's looking at, YouTube, restricted, Amazon. You got all these presets in here. And I will say this is actually a lot more than what was in the original version of the app and the device. So you also got different categories, whatever you want to allow. So really great for really customizing per profile. So this is excellent. Then you can do adult ones or kids or that custom. So say, all right, I'm good. I don't want to do science, technology, not allowed. And then you can set time limits. So that's the next thing. So this is per individual for all of their devices connected to their profile. So if I want to set time limits as far as how long I want them to be on specific apps or different categories, I can do that too. And you can do that by getting started. And you can select individually. If you want to say, hey, I only want to do Amazon shopping for 15 minutes, things like that. Or if you want to do a time limit across the board for their devices, say, hey, you know what? I only want to give them an hour to use the internet across the board. You can do that. So let's save that. We can also set a bedtime. So if you have a really long limit or you're rewarding them, you can say, all right, but I want to still make sure that they're going to bed and their devices are off. Now, keep in mind that if they are smart enough and disconnect from your network, that they can kind of bypass this unless you have the VPN option installed on their devices. So with that said, all you got to do, you got a weeknight bedtime. You can set these different things. So I'm good with that. looks good. So, all right, we got weekend. Let's set those. I'm happy with those. And then we can assign DGR's mobile device or tablet. So this is that VPN that I talked about, which after the first year, there will be a monthly fee, but it's totally worth it. So if for some reason they're trying to get off your network, you can still manage and locate their device and do that. Now, setting this up is actually pretty easy. You install the Circle app on that device and you log in as a non-parent. And then when you do that, it gives you a QR code. You scan it, and then it enables the VPN. So I'll do that later because I don't have a device to do that. And if I want to go through here real quick, I can select if I know a device that is perhaps should be assigned to this account, and then I can do that. Are you sure I haven't added any devices? Not a big deal. So then you'll see the DGR or D right here, so we can check that. Now look at all these other options. So say if they ran out of time, they're over that hour that you give them in the app, but they've been really good. You can go reward them with extended time, or set now off time today, or even reward with a late bedtime. Then the next option here, you can see all the devices that are attached to that profile. So here I have only 0 because I didn't assign anything, but if you had more than that, you would see a full list of all devices and you can look at them individually. You can also see their usage time, 0 minutes today, obviously, because I just set it up. What's the filter for them, their bedtime, time limits, off time, history. So this is a really great thing that I love because, you don't have to sneak around and go to their history on their phone, stuff like that. As long as they're going through the app and the filter, you can see that type of stuff. So if I wanted to check this out, and let's go to the history, you can see all the ones that have been visited. Now here, there's a lot of Xbox and things like that, chat forums, Roblox, all that fun stuff, right? So those are pretty typical for what you would see for probably a teen gamer. But then, hey, look at the filtered ones here, right? So what is all this stuff? Now sometimes it could be an app on the computer that's going to something, or maybe they're trying to visit something that's not acceptable, but you'll see all the ones that were filtered, so they did not get access to this because it was filtered, and they got a notification saying we can't access this. So really great app, very easy to use, easy to set up. I highly recommend using it. You'll get notifications if a new device joins, if something drops out from the connection. So everything really is all right there for you to use. And they make it extremely simple to manage new devices, remove, and manage all the different profiles here with the Circle.
Now, one thing I did talk to the guys at Circle about was I kept getting notifications that my son's phone was being disconnected from the Circle network. And I said, well, is this a problem with Circle, or is this him messing with it and taking the VPN off the device? And it turns out it was him disabling or trying to remove the VPN. So unfortunately, Apple does not allow you to set up a parental control. So, I can't say, hey, he is not allowed to remove a VPN. I could say he's not allowed to install or remove apps and software, but that's on Apple's, hardware. That's nothing to do with Circle. But at least I got a notification say, hey, guess what? It's not connected to that. And I was like, all right, guess what? You're busted. So let me go in there and check it. And of course, they're like, oh, I have no idea what happened. And I don't know why this came up. It did it automatically. Yeah, okay. This device, I highly, highly recommend it. And like I said, with the Circle Home Plus, not only will you be allowed to manage the wireless devices that are like a cell phone for that first year, but then after that you can pay a monthly fee, which is not even that much. Don't call offhand, but it is 100% worth it. I'm telling you right now. Go ahead, pick one up for the holidays or just for whenever, and get to controlling everybody that's on your network. That's it right there. I'm Alan from Damn Good Reviews. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to click that little bell icon to stay up to date with everything I do, and I will see you really soon.